freaking crazy, man. Damn trucks. Hey, hello. I'm not wearing my glasses, so I really can't see this close up. And I'm not in my own personal vehicle, so. What's up? What's up? What's up, Miss Davis? Got everybody here. I gotta go this far back, y'all, so I can see. Miss Known Best, what's up? I can't see y'all, so if I can't call your name, y'all forgive me. I ain't bring my spectacles with me. Well, guess what? What the hell going on here? All right. You knew I was going live today? So everybody, I want to share something with you right quick. Y'all can hear me all right? Gotta make sure y'all can hear me okay before I just be talking like. All right. So y'all check this shit out, right? So check this shit out. So I had to drop off the RV to the Ford dealership in Melbourne, Florida. So because it's still under warranty and everything. So I had to drop off I dropped off the RV to get a final check on the engine, gas inlet, sensor came on, and if I'm paying all this money for this motherfucker, I'm definitely gonna make sure it's get checked 100% to the T. I'm gonna burn that goddamn warranty out. Any light, I'm taking it. But that's not the issue. What I want to talk to you guys about. So it was this craze going around that gingers were black people and everything, and I kind of was offended by that. Because me, I grew up in the South, and when I seen a red-headed person, his name was Fritz. It was a German name, Fritz and Hans and shit, and they was redheads, but they had cut their hair, and they were skinheads, racist, Nazis type people, right? So I didn't trust the gingers on that level. But lo and behold, I go and drop my vehicle off to be serviced. And when I get there, I see the guy, and he has my granddaddy's name. He has my granddaddy last name. I'm not gonna tell it on here. So he has my granddaddy last name. So I got to talking with him and everything like that. And I say, that's an old English name, man. And he say, very old. I say, I know. He say, I'm gonna tell you how old it is. I say, that's like 1500s English name. And he like, yeah, pretty much. I say, in your crest? I say, I know the colors of your crest. He say, yeah. He say, are you a historian? I say, no. I say, that's my granddaddy. I say, that's my grandfather's name. And all of his co-workers looked at me, because he's a white boy ginger. All his co-workers looked at me, and they were like, they thought I was bullshit, so they thought I was laughing. So I say, but let me tell you, I say, my family last name stems from the island of Barbados. I say, they stems from the island of Barbados. And he was like, whoa. I say, so I'm the black it's out now. I say, I'm the black version of your name from the Barbados. I say, this is when the English was in Barbados and they was warring with the Irish. And he said, no way. So me and him got to laughing and talking. And he say, funny thing about that, he says, it's a family secret. Get this shit now. It's a family secret. He said, it's a family secret here in the States that there was a pirate of color that our ancestors came from, that a pirate of color had our last name, and he was a pirate that did the Caribbean in the Isles of Barbados, right? And I started laughing, and I say, I'm finna do you one better. I say, that pirate, I say, that was my direct ancestor. I say, that was my direct ancestor. He like, you fucking kidding me? I say, no. And he was like, yeah. I say, so we started dating back, I say 1776, right? He said, yeah, that's when they caught him and did what they did to him. I say his name was Gerald. I say that was his first name when they brought him over here, when he first came, give it to the States. He said, yeah, Gerald. So then we got to talk. He like, you kidding me? So I just found out that I'm related to a white ginger with the same last name as my granddaddy, all due to a pirate. The pirate that stormed the seas in the Caribbean down there around Barbados. So if y'all didn't know nothing about me, my family was a pirate. So that, I guess that's why my grandma was a stripper and my granddaddy was a drug dealer. It's and my family is only 4 men in the whole family that's never been to prison. I'm one of them. So I guess that criminal intent is in our blood. You know what I'm saying? But he was breaking. He had to get on the phone and he texted his mom, and he was like, "Mom," and I looked at his text. A black guy is kin to us for real, and I didn't see the comment because I just signed the paper and say I gotta go. But get this shit right here. I got a relative. That's a white boy ginger, big white beard, related to my granddaddy from the pirate that my granddaddy came from off the inside Barbados. Go figure that shit. It's a small world. Oh shit. At least I know I don't have any white DNA in me. I just know my family put DNA in the white. I'm petty. And my bearing petty too. No, but that was crazy. He was more excited than me because he said, again, he said the myth was that in the culture here in America, he said the myth or the legend or just stories was told that that there was a black man pirate that they come from. Say that like there was a guy that was a pirate in the Caribbean that they come from, and so lo and behold, when I did the history of my last name, I found out, yeah, my ancestors on my mother's side, on my granddaddy's side, my mother's dad, really was a pirate. And that's why, and remember I told you guys, because this is a spiritual channel, so I can share it with you. Remember when I told you guys that my family fucked over the god of the ocean, Olakun, fucked over Olakun. So my family asked Olakun to do a favor for him, and Olakun, he did the favor, but one of my ancestors didn't pay him. So they would always, everybody in my family would have dreams about if we ever go in the ocean, an ocean monster would get us, sea creature would get us. And I had the same dream since I was 17 years old, all the way up to adulthood, until I went and gave Olakun an offering in 2020. In 2020, I gave him an offering and asked them to forgive me. And I seen it, and he came to me 3 days, and then the cruise ship went under a rainbow, so we formed a covenant. So, but that goes to show that when your ancestors and your great grandmama and your grandma start telling you guys stories that you guys think ain't true, there is truth to it. They may not get the details right, but it is some truth to it, because they told me that my family fucked over. So none of us go to the ocean, none of us swim. Every time I used to go to the ocean, I would just sink. And I mean, they were gonna take me, and I done shared several stories about that I was afraid of the ocean, afraid to go on cruises, I was afraid of lakes. If I couldn't see the bottom of that bitch, I ain't going. So, but isn't that some shit? He confirmed about the pirate being real. I confirmed to him and his family that, yeah, there is that family name, that pirate really existed, and that's the spiritual connection. So by him knowing that, maybe, and he's a ginger, so he's already black, so maybe that may just heal the rift between him and another black and white energy. I don't know, but just fucking crazy, right? So, oh, and get this, by me making a covenant with my black part of that, our last name, our surname, maybe I healed him as well. Because he was saying his family say they come from that pirate. So maybe by me doing that ritual on that boat in 2020, maybe I fixed his family too. Because one nut come from everybody, and they said his ancestor was my ancestor, and we're around by the same age. So what y'all think about that? I was excited. He had to call his mama over a black man. Phoenix got it. What's up? Yeah, I was talking about that shit. I never in 100 years I thought I would ever see Chaga logo. I think the ritual I did healed their family and mine. I just with you guys because it's crazy. Sheesh. So I even told, so again, this is another attachment before I get off of here. So we even discussed the warring, the fighting, the infighting that's going on between the English and the Irish. And I said, so my granddaddy, all his family, you know, on the island, they was the English version. I say my dad's Eddie, my dad, his family on the island was in servitude and slaves to the Irish. So now here's my granddaddy's side, that was in servitude. His family was in servitude to the pirate and to the English whites, and then my daddy's side was in servitude to the Irish whites. And so the crazy thing about that is, when I told him about it, he was like, to this day they still warring over there. So the English A's is warring with the Irish B's, and they still can't get along and all that stuff. So how the hell did my mom and my dad get a Romeo Juliet story out of this bitch? And then my dad, my granddaddy, he hated my dad. So he used to call my daddy a trash man, a garbage man. He used to say he wasn't shit, and he hated my dad. My granddaddy hated my dad, and I just thought it was because my mama was dating him and he wasn't good enough. My granddaddy used to say, I don't like your daddy, Freddie. My granddaddy used to go all the way back, and he used to say, you're gonna be just like your daddy, a garbage man, a trash can, a trash man. And he used to tell me all that type of shit. And then I guess when I grew up, he called me Boca Stroke. He started calling me like, boy, them women love you. And he like, that's my grandson, old Boca Stroke. So that was my nickname for granddaddy had for me, Boca Stroke. Fill in the details. But yeah. So it took my granddad a while to like me, because I was my dad's son with his last name. So go figure that shit, man. So that shit run deep. Now I want to say this. So we sit up here and we'll sit up here and wonder why we can't get along in the black community, why we always fighting and warring with each other in the black community. Just a quick question. Do you think that stems from the slave masters or the people who had us as indentured service slaves or whatever? Do you think we're carrying on their beef from them, and this is why we can't get along in our community? So this is why the Johnsons and the Smith has to fight. This is why the Burkharts and the Toros have to fight each other, because we're inheriting not only damn, he just texted me, please store my phone. The guy just texted me, please store my phone, store my number in your phone. I didn't give my number, I wrote it on the ticket. That's nice. See that? I got a cousin now. He my cousin. You know, I ain't never heard of white folks say that's my cousin. Like, hey man, I'm going to my cousin's house. I ain't never heard him say that, but now he can say, hey man, I'm going to my cousin's house. Yeah, come your ass on over, ginger boy, red beard. But yeah, I think we're carrying on the hatred in our community to one another from what our slave master hated each other, coming from warring clans and everything over there in England and Ireland. That's what I think. So that's why I think we can't really get along with it. Black people always killing black people, but the mentality of it, because my mom and dad had nothing to do. That people was in love, man. But my granddaddy, being an old man, he didn't like my dad's father, which was Freddie, and my mama daddy is Jerry. They didn't like each other because both of them from the island of Barbados, and they had a war over there, just like that shit in Jamaica, the red shirts and the green shirts, I'm assuming. I mean, it's a crazy thing, and we fighting each other and don't know why. Yeah, the Hatfields and the McCoy. Yeah. Yeah, it's similar like that. I just think that's a crazy thing. But I just wanted to share that with you guys, and to let you guys know that I dropped my shit off at Kelly Ford, and the guy got the same name I got, and come to find out we related by, his family was related by a myth or a rumor in the family, of a black pirate that made his family, they good in fashion, they good in white now. But then to run across me, who that actual black pirate ended up being my great whatever the hell, ancestor. I ain't gonna say granddaddy, but an ancestor, a relative of mine. It confirms him, so he had to call his mother. Small world, ain't it? Small damn world. And we all on a coastal city too. Small world. All right, I'm finna let you go because I'm in somebody else's car, yakking up, raising my damn mouth, and I just had to go live. Feel funny not being in my own shit, but hey, it is what it is. All right, everybody, I'm finna let you go. I am the Baron, telling you guys to trust in you in the universe, because at the end of the day, that's all you got. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all, Soul Tribe. And yes, I am not black, I am white. Nah, just bullshit. But I am a pirate. So fuck with me y'all want to. I can easily get pirate energy on y'all ass. Get a, pirate baby. I need to learn how to swim. 2026, I'm gonna learn how to swim, goddammit. Fuck it. Everybody in the water and pirates. I'm gonna learn how to swim in 2026. Y'all ain't gonna drown me. Bye.